What's up, Giga Gamers? Welcome to the Strat Chat. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be doing an MSI recap. We're going to start it off with SKT versus Saigon Buffalo, and we're going to go all through Game 1. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll catch you on the Rift. All right, here we go. We got Alistar with Glacial Augment, exciting at level 1. We've got Cleanse on Tristana, which would be able to take off Exhaust and Ignite. So this level 1 will heavily favor them. A lot of people meme on Alistar level 1, but with Glacial Augment, Flash Q is still a very powerful thing. They see him. Double knockup. All right, Glacial Augments. There you go. That reduces the damage coming in as well. Flash forward from Shogun. They're going to secure this kill. On Tristana, Alistar stepping back a little bit too soon. Oh, it does two things right there. A, blocks the Shogun for a half step, but secondly, is not dealing return damage on Keria, so Keria is actually going to make it out. If Taki had one more auto attack on the Nami there, then he would have had options to continue attacking and securing the kill. It's actually super vital that Tristana dies there for T1, because if Tristana is able to stay in the lane and pick up the extra XP advantage that goes along with removing the Lucian, then that would have been game-breaking. Let's take a look at it again. So again, this is all because of Glacial Augment. Flash Q on Alistar is just too good. The Sweeping Lens sees them both, and they go in right before the minions come in so that they won't get seen by anything else. Guma Yusi. Guma Yusi Keria is supposed to be the best bot lane in the world, getting shown up. That's something I should really talk about with the Saigon Buffalo. The Vietnamese region in general has a sort of delusional confidence. They are the one region more than any other that I feel like plays to their maximum at these global competitions. They do not shy away. They take the challenge. They're willing to innovate. They're willing to do whatever it takes. Oh, this engage not as good. Doesn't hit the Nami. All right, yeah, you see the difference in the trade back there. Yes, you do get the bomb on Lucian's head. Shogun could have been willing to continue this trade, but the longer that you let Nami get in there, let her spells come back in, if she gets a second ebb and flow, then you've got trouble going into those fights. That is what Alistar is going to be dreading for the rest of the game. But right now, we still have an advantage there. They're still going to be looking for lethal attacks. I love the Wukong pick, and I love the Vi pick. Champions that have not been seen much. People have had a month to prepare for this tournament. Vi is exceptionally strong. We'll see if she gets this in. The one problem with Vi is that Sylas is going to have a big ultimate to take, a huge engage ultimate. Doesn't get the shield off of it, not quite as good. Whoa, Froggy playing this lane super aggressively. All right, let's see if we get a dive on Zeus. It's a very difficult dive against a Gwen, especially with ranged champions. You have to get inside the arc the whole time. Bean is taking too many hits. Oof. Exceptionally difficult to tower dive a Gwen. She's one of those champions like a Set or an Ornn or a Gangplank that just has plenty of tools to survive under turret. Here we go, another engage. Yep, this is it. This is a win. Double win using the reset on the E, using 4 shots to get the second W in. Level 3 all in from the Tristana. They're going to push this wave in. Lucian's going to miss the majority of this wave. He's going to probably miss at least 4 minions out of it. Look at this. Best lane in the world, they say. And Taki's stepping up. Nami's not willing to deal these auto attacks. She is spacing correctly to not get hit. That bubble is late. All right, so one thing that you have to do if you're going to play Nami against Tristana, you have to be willing to land your bubble as the Tristana's jumping. Cannot be late. You need that thing to land on arrival. Otherwise, the Tristana who jumps, casts E while in the air, lands, gets the auto, gets a second auto before you get knocked up. The W is actually going to reset, and then she'll have extra opportunity to close the distance and get those early kills. So if you're playing that Nami, right, you play against any champion that has a dive engage, you just have to be ready to hit that bubble on the arrival. Cannot be late. Zeus using the fog to protect himself against the return damage. Froggy hitting 6 first versus Faker. Not going to be able to steal any combat stats from an ultimate. But of course, Silas, a well-known counterpick into Twisted Fate. You're happy to just take his ultimate and match him play for play and then outduel him in these fights. Twisted Fate, ever since November, has really scuffed stats. So loses many of the trades, many of the all-ins. Do not favor Twisted Fate. We're going to see if Silas makes a play in the bot lane. One of the things that you're going to notice is a play in the bot lane should be common at this tournament right around this timer, right? So by coming to the bot lane as a 3-stack or a 4-stack, you come to the bottom lane at 6 minutes, and then you gain an advantage. You press the advantage while the enemy bot lane has to recall and come to the bot lane. You can actually bring your forces over to the Rift Herald. They'll be late catching the minion wave around 7:30 at their turret. You've already pushed in the cannon wave, and then you can either choose to leave your Tristana there to pick up the wave that does get shoved into turret on the rebound, or you can have her come over to help with the fight and bring 5 people over. In the very best situations, you're going to have teleport up on your solo laner, and they can come to the bot lane, hold the lane while your 2-stack goes. You give the Rift Herald to the Tristana, and then you bring Tristana up to the top lane or mid lane, whichever solo laner came over to cover. And then you make that swap. Here we go, another landing. Keria misses the bubble and doesn't even cast it there. Gumayusi taking another healthy chunk. Again, this is that timer, 7:30. Very difficult for T1 to match whatever rotation Saigon Buffalo wants to come up with here. Wukong has rushed the Sheen for the early clear. I don't think the Sheen is actually the best use of your gold early for clear speed. It does help you in some of the fights. Wukong taking a back. I hate this. I really hate this. Wukong recalling there allows Gwen to get into the jungle, and they lose whatever priority they were going to have on Rift Herald here. So now, despite Lucian taking 50% of his health, he's going to be able to come back to lane, solidify. Silas has run out of the Twisted Fate ultimate. I believe it's Destiny. And they no longer have priority for the free Rift Herald. They could have made proactive plays there and gotten that Rift Herald essentially for free. All right, let's see. Wukong's still on the farming plan, just going side to side, has not gotten involved at all. There we go. There's one of the proactive damage hits. If you can get the damage early on Tristana, you are going to win. Nice gank there from the Vi. Level 6 uses the Unstoppable Assault. What is it? Assault and Battery. To get that play in. Now Twisted Fate gets to push up mid. Vi is one of the exceptional... Oh no, Tristana back-to-back deaths. No, that's so bad. Vi, one of the exceptional large monster clearing champions in the game with her denting blows. All right, let's see. How big is Wukong going to get off of this? They could try to make a play on a Kennen, although Kennen very good against the melee divers. Gets to just turn on his ultimate and get out pretty scot-free, if not get a return kill. They shouldn't be looking there. This lane now with Nami Lucian, the fact that they were able to get back-to-back kills on the Tristana, and she's going to have an experience deficit now. Now it becomes a problem. Now the Lucian Nami can play proactively and try to get extra damage in here. Let's see what Owner does to make it in. Oh, Silas picking a bad time to go all in. Man, I thought Vi was going to have to flash R or something. That is, you want to be able to play aggressively, but if the rest of your lanes aren't playing aggressively at the same time to guarantee that you get at least one positive play, then it's not going to be good enough. Oh, Shogun. See, Taki backing out as Shogun stepping forward. They've done this kind of scissoring effect a couple times now. And now the proactivity, Lucian damage up front is going to be exceptionally strong into the Alistar. Alistar is going Lucid Boots into Kindle Gem, so he is looking to get some combo plays, some sustained fights. Oh, I hate this Herald drop. That's too early. 3 people around the turrets means the bulwarks are going to be completely stacked up. They are not going to be able to get five plates here. Maybe that's what they want. Honestly, they might say Lucian has turned the corner in this matchup. We don't actually want to kill it. We just want to get 4 plates. And then you funnel that gold into the Lucian, who can then buy, and then you have the turret there to ensure that waves get stuck. I'll give them the credit that they intended to do this. So again, very advanced option. Let me just go over it real quickly. If they are indeed choosing to do this Rift Herald play, right, with 3 units by the turret gains linear amounts of extra armor and magic resist based on the number of champions that are nearby as each plate falls, right? And these are called bulwarks. So when a plate falls, you would gain 1 bulwark if it was 1 champion, 2 or 3. I believe it's 0, 1, or 2, based on the extra champions beyond the first. There is a static gain to the armor bonus, but it is essentially doubled and tripled if you have more champions around. So by hovering 3 champions here as you take this plate, the Rift Herald is not going to care about it, right? Because the Rift Herald deals true damage. It's going to take away 2 plates no matter what. But with 3 people sharing it, for 1, Karia's soaking up a little bit of the gold here. For 2, this means that once the Rift Herald charges, you basically have 12 bulwarks on the plate, on the last plating. So in that bot lane, 3 champions were here, 4 plates went down, just multiply. That's the extra bonus that the turret has. That's 12 times that you won't be able to get this. Now, if the intent, like I said, if the intent is to funnel gold into Lucian, then this can be an exceptionally strong play, right? And you can now almost see that Gumayusi, by using the culling there, is saying, I'm going to take a fast recall. I'm going to come back with my extra money right now, my completed Gale Force, probably also and boots. We'll see what else he goes, or double longsword, even better. Comes back to lane now with a huge damage advantage. Tristana with slightly more mobility, static mobility on the boots, but Lucian's got the dash and the Gale Force now, so he can basically kill Tristana anytime they are left alone now. The damage no longer favors the Tristana unless they can get the jump and she can get that full stacked bomb off. So by keeping that last plate up, now they ensure that they can play this winning lane. Lucian can actually be down here alone. They can make plays with the Nami. If Tristana comes to 1v1, Lucian will win. The wave will never get too far ahead of you because the turret is up. I think Saigon is making a misread to this situation. Maybe it is the case that Lucian wants to take this plating. I don't think he wants to. If the play was what they said, it does seem like it was just a mistake then. If they're actually bringing people down here and trying to get this last turret plate, then it is indeed a mistake. The better play would have been Karia to step back. Don't drop the Herald until the first plate is gone. 2 champions take the second plate. Then Karia steps up. 3 champions take the third plate. That way you have mitigated amount of bulwarks. Only 4. You kill the third plate, and then the Rift Herald true damage does the rest. Ooh, the upfront damage. They again let the jump come from the Alistar. One thing that you can't forget here is that Glacial Augment is a huge difference maker in these fights. Let's see if Owner comes in. All right, so again, 2 champions hitting this plate is a mistake. There's 3 champions in the bot lane. This is, honestly, pro teams should not be making this mistake. There's one person that you want to have gold over another, always, in every situation, right? And so right now, see how much harder it is for them to take this third plate? This is because Owner was there for the first one. All right, they could have done this faster. Yes, they are going to get all of them. It is going to be fast enough, but they would have been done already by now. This plate would be gone. They wouldn't have to worry about it. Instead, they're getting engaged under turret. Silas gets to make this play. The turret stands, and that one mistake of deciding to come up and hit that first plate down very selfishly, thoughtlessly, means that you're actually giving a return kill and leaving a plate standing. Big mistakes on plate management from T1 so far. We'll see if it comes and bites them in the ass. I mean, they are still winning in the gold. Tristana is 5-2, though. They need to be careful. Lucian wants to be 1v1 against this champion, but probably not anymore. 2 completed items. We have Rapid Fire Cannon. The advantage of Rapid Fire Cannon on Tristana is, of course, not just that she's going to start getting the range advantage on all the other 80 carries by level 13, but also that she's going to be able to get that first hit off with the bomb much easier. Gumayusi, boom, taking down the solo laner. And Froggy, despite taking that demonstrable early lead in the 1v1, has pressed up too far and been punished multiple times. Wukong going predictably for Divine Sunderer. Let's see this play. Just thinks he's clearing. Yep, dash forward a little bit too much. You should just be stacking up your passive charges. Gumayusi knows that he's not going to get countered here. Dashes forward. The E is down from the Silas, and he can go in with impunity. Check out that ward placement, by the way. That's the closest you can get it to the turret without being seen. All right, 0 champions in the bot lane. You see Gwen rotating over to mid. You're going to see the bot lane is now from both champions hovering in mid. This is something you need to do in all your games. Gwen is sliding over, and this does 2 things. One is it puts more pressure here on the mid lane, but also it puts you much closer to the Herald if that becomes your target. Alistar caught up a little bit too far. The extra aggressive damage from Lucian with the slow from Nami, fantastic. Vi only putting 1 point in E just so she can get an auto reset and also an extra source of her shield in a pinch. You're basically not casting that ability until it's going to guarantee you the shield. Let's see what happens to Zeus here. Locks him up. Get the charges on the needlework. There we go. Goes into melee range. Casts it again. Does not get the 3rd cast off. And Wukong is dead. Oh my goodness. The 3v2 gets turned against them. Player diff. Nami expertly using the bubble for attack speed. Q flash from the Vi. And Vi can just rip some of these games apart, man. With Divine Sunder into Death Stance. So much upfront burst. This champion goes in, almost guarantees a kill. And then once you get that kill, you wipe away the Death Stance passive damage. Fully expect to see a Death Stance here, even though there's multiple 2 AP champions on the other side. The truth is, the amount of sustained damage that you care about is only from the Tristana. You get the Death Stance, you go in, it's good for you, it's got cooldown, it's got everything you want. Nice job with the combo here, but it is an Alistar. Doesn't cost them very much. You are going to get priority here in the mid wave, but nothing to get yet. Dragon's not for 430. Baron's not for 220. Let's see where they go. They're going to try to get Northern Quadrant vision advantage. All right, this is setting up for a mid-top split. Notice that there's no one in the bot lane. It's also preparing for the Baron that's in 2 minutes. Oh, here comes the flank from Kennen. Oh my goodness, here we go. This could be it. He needs to go forward. You go forward, Kennen. Kite into your team, not backwards. This is a mistake. Going backwards was a mistake. Let's see if they can finish this off. Shogun dashing in. 5 champions not able to turn on them. Faker is back, though. Shogun surviving just by being in the middle of this, but T1's going to clean this fight up. Multiple players with large health stacks. I think that's a big mistake. I mean, Kennen didn't have the full vision here to know that you should kite forward, but you got to get into your team. If you step backwards, then they're just going to kill you and then pick your team apart as they follow. It is tough to dodge all the damage, right? That much is for certain. It's tough to dodge all the damage if you go forward, but by going forward, you allow your team to support you. I believe he left Rocket Belt unused there, or he used it to escape backwards. Could have used it to just puncture the line. Let's see this right here. Kennen's in the back line. Twisted Fate is not there. Oh, did they have the Destiny up? Is that why? Okay, so they just straight up saw him. But right there, if instead of stepping back, if Kennen just presses the R and uses Rocket Belt forward, then Alistar will be able to cover his tracks. But as it stands, we've got Zeus just free-loading the damage. Gumayusi free-loading the damage. Lucian actually spending auto attacks on a ward. That's a little bit messed up. And now everyone gets picked off. Three KOs. They're like shooting fish in a barrel. All right, so an extravagant lead here. 4K. Again, they're going to reiterate getting vision in the north side. Always Twisted Fate off to the side because Destiny is up. The teleport is done from Gwen. So they're not trying to match there. They just want Gwen with the team. Look at this. Gwen's not going to spend any time in the bot wave. Twisted Fate does push up top, but carries the Destiny ready. They get sight of enemy team. He can step out. And there they go. The counter engage just comes right in. They're going straight for Taki. That's usually a mistake, but they've got so much upfront damage. The Gwen is absolutely enormous. And that's game, folks. Hazmed showed up to the Twisted Fate without teleport ready. You just have to give, sometimes you have to give up small prizes. In the end, a turret is a little bit closer to the end of the game, and it is a decent chunk of gold, but it is not worth forfeiting the actual the macro advantage or whatever play is coming up. And you can just see from this situation, right, when the Kennen goes up to fight to match Twisted Fate, you are putting your team in a situation of a 4v5. Twisted Fate can join the fight, you can't. Your team then proceeds to lose, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just give up that top turret, let it go. Give up some gold. You can't spend the gold right now. They have to wait for recalls. And right now, if you give them gold and secure a winning position while the enemy team is in the Baron pit, that's a win. You are likely to actually win that fight. Interesting interaction there, by the way. Vi ultimate is unstoppable, so you will get to the Wukong and get that knock-up even though you're traveling through his whirling dervish blades. So now they're dotting the I's, crossing the T's. They do have the Baron buff. They are going to look. They tend to be a team that likes to maximize their advantages. Look at where Zeus is hitting that right turret, by the way. You won't get hit by the secondary Nexus turret. Everyone on their team has a dash, so they're able to get out of this situation. Minions come up, still empowered by the Baron. They're going to take the maximum. Fall back to Dragon, right? You don't need to get here early if you're the team that's coming from a leading position. All right, they decide not to give up even a chance at a coin flip. They're willing to give up Dragon. Saigon actually assumes that they're taking Dragon, so no one went there. T1 was saying it's not worth potentially losing a fight, maybe ever possibly losing a fight and risking it. They're just going to go spend their gold, their thousands, and now they're just going to take these isolated fights. Still with Baron. Bot lane is secured, so notice they're going to bring the bulk of their pressure up to the top lane. A lot of teams make the mistake of pushing mid after pushing bot. You want to separate your threat as far as possible. Get away. You want to spread the defenses thin. Zeus needs to back out while team pushes mid, and they're going to secure everything here. Now we've got a wave in mid, a super in the bottom lane. Zeus is just going to skip the top lane. They're going to go for the end here. Still 14 seconds on Tristana, who has all the gold on the team. So if Tristana is gone, there really is no counter threat here. Only a massive ultimate from Kennen grabbing everyone for the entire duration would be good enough. And they don't have it. I don't like that they're actually backing out that much. They do see the Tristana coming back up. That's the timer that they're looking to avoid. Faker using toggle champion on. Making sure to hit that Tristana in the middle of that huge minion wave. All right, check this out. Pushing up the mid wave, securing that the minions are going to die while Vi is going to get the Scuttle and the Dragon. Now you can actually send Twisted Fate into the top lane to take the top wave, and you can bring 4 champions through the mid, or you can bring 4 to the top lane and someone like Gwen to the middle who can then flank as a bruiser and get in. Again, the rest of this game is a foregone conclusion, but watch how T1's method works. What I don't like from Saigon right now is no one is pushing out the top wave. They're leaving it in a position. It is stacking up. They might be able to take this next wave and eviscerate it because it's in their collection area. But Wukong's not even going there. They're just assuming the enemy team is already going to be there. So the call from Saigon is to full turtle. They're going to give up everything in the top side. They're going to play for giving up everything with just 1 Nexus turret alive. That means T1 can actually play for the supers to win the game. Look for Owner to play through mid lane because his flank is the best. You're going to have 4 champions in the top lane. Look at this. Owner's just hovering, getting ready. Starts moving back to make sure that they can't get counter-engaged on. But they do. Owner slightly too far forward. But now they've got Zeus who takes it and cancels the teleport. Vi is just full peeling and Gwen is on full damage here. Boom! Done. Fantastic macro to end the game. Just escorting those supers in. I like the play from Saigon. You have to choose a direction and go. All right, so not bad from them. That is the way that you want to lose. If you're going to go for broke, right? You just have to find that opening, that door. Like maybe they have enough time. You can't just sit in your base and let it come to you. They will strangle you out. Pick a direction, go, make the play with everybody, recall with everybody, hope it's enough. That play has a higher chance of winning than anything else. All right, there we go. T1 is up 1-0. Catch you on game 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel out a lot. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep it surreal. Peace.